Right, back with your favourite ginger. Walk, cook, walk, episode 19. A bit of a change of plan today. I was heading to a nature reserve, but the weather's supposed to be a bit bob. So I'm going to nestle into the 11 Oaks, the place where I cleared all the tarp and all that rubbish from quite a while back now. I've been there twice on camera, I reckon. I'm going to head back there because I don't know how long I'm going to actually be able to use that area, because obviously the house is being built. I remembered the microphone today. So far we are 0.79 miles in. Now I try not to record when I'm just walking past people's houses because it's not all that good. Do bear with me, I am using a new selfie stick which isn't all that stable. It's got a bit of a wobble on as I walk, but my son decided to break the other one. I came in and he was like, right, well this happened. I was like, how did that happen? And he was like, well, all I did was pick it up. And I was like, well, that's where you went wrong, you see. You picked it up. You should have left it alone. So it's a bit of an upgrade in some respects to what I did have, but it's just a bit janky, to be honest, as I'm walking. It's not as fluid as the other one. It weighs a bit more, but we're not bothered about that. Bag weight today is 12.4 or 12.3. I haven't brought my table because the place I'm going, there's loads of rocks that I can sort of make a table with. It's raining a little bit, so we've got the tarp. We're going to be setting that tarp up to stay nice and dry. The weather's supposed to get progressively worse, rain wise, and later on we've got Storm Amy coming in. I don't know why they name storms. It's just a flipping storm, isn't it? It's like, oh, we had that really bad storm. Yeah, that's what we used to say, really bad storm. None of this flipping, oh yes, it's Storm Jamiroquai. There were cyclones and disco music and everybody was getting funky. Don't know what I'm talking about, it's changed. But anyway, today, so I put a poll up on the channel just to try and get people's ideas of what they wanted me to cook, because there was no real input to begin with. It went a three-way tie, so I drew them out of a hat, and we're doing the red Thia Curry kit, which is the Spice Tailors kit. I've done some of their stuff before. Not sure I've done the red Thia Curry, but I do like a good red Thia Curry. I do. I've got some extra chilies to bosh in it if necessary, which I might need them, I might not. These Spice Tailor kits are normally pretty good. They do give you like raw ingredients as well, like there's dried chilies, dried bay leaves, and peppercorns, which, thinking about it, should have really cracked the peppercorns up. I'll try and find a way of breaking them up. Didn't think about that, did I? I like to break them up, get the extra flavour out, let it spread out. But yeah, I was supposed to be taking you around a nature reserve, which is in that direction, called Attenborough Nature Reserve, but there's no point me taking you around a nature reserve if it's peeing it down, because it's just going to be miserable. And to be fair, I've never been there to do a walk, cook, walk. I kind of need to go recon the area, find a couple of spots. So that's my job for next week. Go recon the area, double check where it is we can and can't cook, because I'm always looking for an area where I can set the tarp up. Let's go this way actually. We'll go the longer way, because I need to get some walk in before we sit down and cook some food, because that is the way we roll. I mean, it's only a little bit extra going this way, but it takes us off this little path road thing and heads towards the woods that I've cooked in a few times. My local woods, absolutely fantastic area. Growing up in there and, you know, just larking about and stuff. Pretty much 3 or 4 times a week we'd be having a good old fire in there in the middle of the night, you know, not bothered at all. You know, things that go bump in the night. The way I see it is, I'm probably the scariest thing in the dark. You know, big ginger thing starts coming at you, you know. So we're gonna head on a little walk. Rain's starting to come in a little bit more now, but it shall not deter us because we have waterproofs. Still rocking shorts, of course. It's not cold enough to don any type of trousers yet. It's actually warm as well. It is quite warm. I don't even know what the temperature is. Hey Siri, what's the current temperature?
It's 16 degrees right now.
So it says 16, but I'm boiling in a bag in this waterproof. As you do. It's got vents and stuff at the side, but you still get warm. It's designed for mountain biking, so they expect you to be moving. So that's where the vents are going to work a lot better when you've got a bit of motion. Obviously, I'm not going fast enough for them to work. Oh, it's a bit sloppy here. A bit slippy sloppy. But yeah, you know, just get out. Flick that reset button. Go chill in some woodland. Cook some flipping grub. You know, it's just one of those. So it's actually Friday. I've got family commitments. Some of the older children are going to look at colleges, so I'm going to go and wander around some college with them, show what courses they do and stuff like that. One of them knows what they want to do, the other one ain't got a Scooby-Doo, but I think lots of young people haven't got a clue what they want to do when they're older. I know I didn't have a clue whatsoever. I mean, when I was really young, I just wanted to be in a metal band and tour the world, you know, and just go around everywhere and stuff like that. So it became a bit of a different life journey in the end. Morning, pal. So never did actually get into doing a metal band, but at the same time, you know, if I had done, probably wouldn't be doing this now. So, you know, maybe everything happens for a reason. Maybe we have free will. Maybe you have that choice to go put a backpack on and go stand in the woods. Bloody hell, it's slippy here. I didn't think it was going to be. And to be fair, these boots are a bit knackered. I'm not a fan of this stealthy stick, you know. It's wobbling all over the sodding place. I need one of them that's got a gimbal, don't I? I'm going to have to return this, I reckon. Get one that's got a gimbal. Because when I'm going over rugged terrain, I kind of need the picture to be still instead of being all wobbly. Because every time I put a step down, it's going boing. So I do apologise about that. We'll try and get that sorted for next weekend. This wasn't cheap either. This was like flipping 18 quid. Some people might be like, £18, that's nothing. To me, that's, you know, that's a considerable amount of money. I don't have a job because I'm a full-time carer for my daughter. So at any given moment, I could have to stop recording and dart back home and, you know, sort her out with whatever she needs at school. And I don't expect that to end anytime soon either. Because she's very forgetful, bless her. She is doing really well though, really well. In the grand scheme of things, with her ailment. Let's try and walk on the grass. I think I'll be collecting less mud if I do. Yeah, must have had a bit of rain last night as well then, because the ground here is rather muddy. But this is the part that I call top field. And I think this is safe from all the building that's going to be happening. I don't think they've got anything planned on here other than some dude that we bumped into. He seemed like a bit of a conspiracy theorist. He was saying that it's going to be a battery farm or something like that, or a place for the national grid to feed into so they can store all of the electricity that they create from turbines and solar, I believe, or maybe a solar farm. I can't actually remember what he said, but he was going on about it and stuff like that. And you know, there might very well could be a thing, you know, but all down there is going to be houses, and this top part may even be a part of what they say we're going to have as a country park, which, you know, it'll be nice. I'm sure it will, until the yobbos destroy it by either setting fire to it, drawing all over it, or whatever, you know, doing the yobbo thing. Yeah, it's going to be a shame to see it all gone and developed into houses. I know I say it every time I walk through here, but you know, it's bloody wind. It's part of my growing up, playing in the fields there, you know, and all that jazz, making crop circles, much to the annoyance of the farmer, I'm sure. Maybe he thought it was aliens. But yeah, so here we are, wandering once again, off to cook some grub in the woods, and I hope you'll enjoy joining me. Well, this happened. I've dropped my flipping water bottle and it's cracked. Bloody hell! Is there any salvageable drink in there that hasn't got mud in? Ah. Well, bottoms up. Absolute bastard. Well, we're going to take our rubbish with us, because that's how we roll. Leave no trace. So, yeah, struggling to sort of contain my rage a little. My bottle died. My trusty bottle. It's been many miles with me. But such is life. I don't have a drink now. I do have some water that I need to cook with, so after I've cooked, if there's any left, I will drink that. I do have a beer with me, one singular beer because it's a strong one, and to be honest, it's quite early. It's not even 12 o'clock yet. It's 11:01, so I won't be cracking the beer until I've actually finished cooking, so I can have it with the meal. Bloody bottle, guys. Bloody bottle. Bottle donations are welcome. Bloody hell. It was a good bottle as well, to be fair. I'd probably buy one of those again. I can't even remember the name of the brand. Is it a Smash bottle or something? It's quite flipping ironic that it's called Smash, isn't it? Because I flipping smashed it. It is. It's called Smash. Absolute bar steward. Might tag Smash in. Send me a free bottle. Your bottle is not rugged enough for the walk, cook, walk episodes. But anywho, we're not that far away now. Now, the one thing that might stop this happening today in this location is they did start digging in the fields up there, around there somewhere. They did start digging in it, which means we may not be able to get on there if the diggers are there and if people are there. If there's no one there and I can't see any movement, I will be going in there. There's no fences up, So it's not technically a problem. Theoretically, it belongs to somebody else because it's somebody else's land. But it's a bit of woodland, and I don't think, you know, they'll mind me in there doing my thing. If anything, I improved the bloody area by clearing up all the shite someone had left. Do excuse the language. It really bothers me. So I worked for housekeeping at a place in Nottingham town centre, a big venue, and I worked for housekeeping for 10 years before taking my children on. And yeah, so, you know, just tidying up outside every single day after big events and stuff like that. So it's one of those things that litter bothers me. Now, my house is messy, don't get me wrong. My house is like a bomb site, but litter bothers me, you know, just breaks me. I don't know why, it just absolutely breaks me. You know, when you see like an empty bottle on the floor and you think, you know what, you could have picked that up because there's a bin less than 2 flipping meters away from it. It really angers me, as you can probably tell. So the rain's coming in a little bit harder now, but it's only water. I need to find a bin to put my dead bottle in. My hood keeps blowing up, as you can see, which is very annoying. So that wind is definitely coming in. It's not here yet. It's predicted to be around 40 odd miles per hour in some places. But we'll see what happens when it gets here. Obviously there's a potential for downed trees and stuff like that, so if you are heading to woods, please do be careful in adverse weather. Lightning, storms and wind are not good in the woodlands. Most definitely not. I mean, it looks bleak out, but you know what, it's good to be out because, you know, there's no one around. Well, there's less people around. A, because it's a Friday afternoon. In fact, it's a Friday morning, isn't it? And, you know, it's just good to be out instead of stuck in the house. So obviously I've got my other channel, which kind of keeps me grounded indoors, which is another reason why I need this little bit of a escape. Someone's lost a hat. There's not a stick or anything I can put it on. I'll hang it on the fence down at the bottom here. Someone can come and collect it if they so wish. Looks like a pretty cool hat, to be honest. Nice knitted looking thing. Oh, we'll put it on this stick here. Someone might come back for it. Or they might not. It could be there forever. But it's good to talk as well. So most of the time, all I get to talk to is the kids. So, you know, even though I'm talking to myself, technically, I am sort of also talking to you guys. Which, we've just reached 50 subscribers. Within, what are we on? This is the 19th episode, so that's 19 weeks? Or is it 18 weeks because it's the 19th episode? I don't know. But it's not been that long and we've already reached 50. So welcome and hello and thank you for subscribing. I'll never ask anyone to subscribe. I'll never beg for it. I don't say that like and subscribe, guys, because that's not me. I want people to be authentic. If you're here, I want you to be here because you want to be here and not because, you know, the what's it called, the herd mentality. Yeah, not just following like a mindless sheep. You know, you've got free will in that respect to choose whether you would like to subscribe. You know, I mean, I know that obviously lots of people do say it on their channels, and that's fine. You know, I won't. It's not because I don't care. Well, it is sort of because I don't care. See, I'm not doing this for any monetary value or to make money or anything like that. As you'll see from my other channel, which is called Fermented World, it's my homebrew channel. I don't do that for any monetary gain, whatever you call it. I don't get paid for doing it. I mean, it'd be nice to earn a little bit on the side from ads and stuff like that, but it's not what the goal is. The goal of that channel is to show people that you can brew your own beer, mead, cider for a fraction of the price that you pay for it in the shops. And this channel was more about just getting outdoors, going enjoying some food in the woods alone. Not always alone though. Sometimes I've had a couple of people come along with me, but you know, it's just the simple pleasures in life. You're right. But you know, it's just the simplicity of it is what makes it amazing. You know, when I'm there in the woods with my stove, there's absolutely no necessity to do anything else other than chill out, cook some food, reset, rewind, reassess, and just come out of the woods different. You know, I know it sounds odd, but until you've done it, you might not understand. I mean, my mum thinks I'm back crazy. Excuse the language, I try and keep it family friendly. But my mum thinks I'm balmy. She's like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, because it's fun. And she's looking at me sideways like, you're crazy, boy. But until you've done it, you don't understand. You know? I mean, it's raining. And I'm still out. So one of the guys that I follow, English Woodsman, Dan his name is, such a nice bloke. He's got great camping content, does wild camps, cooks awesome food on fire, on stoves, all sorts of things like that. And he's funny as well with it. He always says, be that person. Go outdoors, be that person. And in a way, he's the one who kicked me up the arse to go outdoors and to do this. And the first time I did it, I recorded it with an app called Strava, which is a GPS tracking thing where you can track your ride and see how many miles you've done, see what your heart rate was. It's like a fitness thing, basically. And I posted a couple of snippets of what I was doing on this walk that I'd done. And one guy on it, he was like, dude, you should start a little channel for it. And I thought, you know what? I bloody well should. And I did 18 weeks ago. And now we've got 50 odd followers, subscribers, sorry, I call them followers because I'm stupid. I'm a bit old for all this jargon. Now all of my content's really, really simple. Simple editing, no flashy lights, no flipping crazy bells and whistles. It's just simple. The editing's simple, everything's simple. And that's the way I like it. I like things to be a little bit more simple because in the world that we live in, everything's a little bit hectic. You know, the maddening crowd just keeps on getting madder and madder and bigger and bigger. And I like that little bit of an escape away from it all, where you've got no obligation. There's absolutely no need to do anything other than cook some bloody food, which is, to me, flipping fantastic. But anywho, we are near a busy ass road now, so I'm going to cut out and come back in and chat some more Ross in a minute. Okay, so we're off road, or off path, and heading towards the woodland over there. It don't look like they've done a great deal here. They did dig some, what's it called, like ditches. Not sure what they were for. Just gonna make our way over to this woodland over here. Nice little bit of woods. Hopefully they keep it. Again, I've said it before, I will be mighty pissed off if they destroy this woodland because these oaks, they're rather mature. Oh god, this is going to be a bit bogging, isn't it? Oh yes, we love the boggy weather. But there's no fences put up yet, so I still believe I'm okay to be here. And if I'm not, then I'm not. But it's going to take somebody to come and tell me that I'm not allowed on here for me to not come on here. And then I might still come back. Who knows? We are the Defiant. But all of this is going to be houses, all the way up to those top fields that you can see in the distance there, here, which is near where I grew up. And my mum still lives in the same house that I grew up in, on a council estate, born and bred. And you know what, I didn't turn out too bad. There was a couple of times that I could have, gone the wrong way, but I kind of diverted. So they've actually filled in the things that they'd dug out. So I'm not sure what they did that digging out for. What time are we on? 11:22. So also, while I'm here, I want to have a quick look around to, check to see whether there's any other good spots inside here. Now, it is a really small snippet of woods. It's in between two fields. There's houses at the back there and an army depot to the left, but I've not climbed over a fence to get in here, so just idly wandering around, interested in the local landscape. So I do remember last time we didn't go down enough, and we did struggle to get in there to the main part, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the main part, drop my bag, set up the top, and then go for a wander. Now here it is. This is the way in. Again, it doesn't look overly trodden. Yeah, no one's been here since I was here, or at least they haven't left any litter anyway, which is always a great thing. Now I need two good trees, really. See, I like being here. I like sitting here. This is my spot. But could I get it wrapped around that big oak and this smaller tree, which I'm not actually sure what it is. It's a European beech. So we're going to go between this oak, this mighty oak. I mean, this is huge. It just goes up and up and up and up and up. It's spectacular. Hence why this is called 11 Oaks, because there's 11 oak trees surrounding the spot I sit in, and we're going to go attached to this one as well. It seems pretty sturdy. We're going to get the tarp set up so we don't get too wet, and we'll go for a little wander up and down, see what we can see, while we wait for the rice water to heat up. First things first, let's get this tarp set up. That's the top setup. I'm going to be sat back there. Got all my stuff to start laying out, so let's get this set up and get some water on. So I've been here a couple of times before, and it is such a nice spot. I'm actually glad that I've managed to get out here with the tarp in the rain for once. It always sounds heavier when you're in a woodland because obviously the droplets accumulate on leaves, then fall down, but the rain is actually getting heavier as it was supposed to. So we're going to get set up and get some food on the go because I'm starving. I'm not eating anything yet. I've only had a cup of coffee and I dropped my water bottle, so I got a bit of a headache because I don't have enough fluid as well, so the sooner the better. Ideally, I should have put this higher, but it is keeping me dry, so it's working, and I can't bother to faff around with it. Yeah, to be honest. So I do apologise for the lack of mic audio. We're back to just recording it on the phone for now. This magic little black bag here is what was being brought out to cook this Thai curry. Never used this before. I have tried it, or sorry, tested it in the back garden to make sure it worked, but I've never actually used it to cook on. This is the Trangia gas converter. So it basically sits in there like so, comes through that gap there actually. So we'll set this up in real time so you can see me doing it, and we're going to cook with gas, which, you know, isn't normally what I do, but this is what came up, so that's what we're doing. We're doing. That goes in like that. That goes in like that. It kind of clamps. That comes out to the side. We attach our gas bottle. Uses the standard gas fitment for most of these kind of things. Just put that on nice and snug, and you release this to release your gas, which we don't need to do just yet because we need to put the shield back on. Now you're going to have to bear with me, I've never used this before, so it is all new to me. I'm excited to use it because obviously it's something new for the channel. As I said before, I purchased a full Trangia kit that had this in it, brand new, and took this out, and then I'm going to sell it so that this practically cost me about 20 quid instead of the 50 odd pounds that it normally would be, which I just couldn't justify purchasing, of course. I need the Striker striker, and we're going to see whether we can light this using the ferro rod, because I do like using the ferro rod, I have to say. But again, get a little bit of gas coming out of there, and yes, it works. That was a little bit more sporadic than I expected. Double check the heat's not going to be too much for the top. No, we're good. I'll just knock that down a little bit, I reckon. That's turning it up, so that's on really low, but it's kicking out some heat, man. Okie dokie. So let's get these down there, and we'll get some water on the go to cook the rice. I did actually have to drink some of this. I'm extremely dehydrated because I broke my flipping water bottle. So plenty of water in there. And a bit more for me, and a bit more just in case. We will keep that safe. Bit of salt, and yeah, we're going to let that come to the boil. All the prep's been done at home. I just want to double check that it is kosher. Oh wow, that's well cool. It literally like glows iridescently. That's well cool. It glows. I gotta show you this. Okay, so while that comes up to the boil, let me show you around. I'm gonna go for an actual wander this time, because I've not wandered around this area. That'll be fine on its own. It will just keep on boiling, bringing that water up to the heat. It looked well cool when I saw it. It's like glowing red and stuff. It was well good. It's kicking out some bloody heat, like a lot more heat than what the even on a low setting, even more heat than say what the alcohol stove would. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to use the alcohol stove anymore. That's where my roots are. That's what I like using. I know how to use it. This is a little bit more temperamental, or could be, or it might be more efficient. I'm not sure. But either way, let's go and have a look around. See, there's a nice little area here as well. It's rather open. Although you are a little bit exposed, like from there. The main road over there. So there's less cover, but again, another nice space. It's not as open and it's a bit more wild, but still not a bad little space. And then it doesn't really go any further down that way, but it does go further back the other way. So let's go and have a look over there. We'll head back to the stove. We'll past this holly bush, which is extremely spiky. Show you the den that I spotted the other week when I was here. Not sure what comes out of that. Either a fox or a badger. It's probably a fox. I've never seen any badgers this close. We do get a lot of foxes though. So there's the setup. Quick check on how the water's doing. Bubbles going. Might need more water in that actually. Thinking about it. Okay, let's go and have a wander yonder. Now, which way did I go last time? I think I came through this back bit last time. And then over to here. Now, there's a couple of bits of litter over here, which we'll dig out later on. But again, there's another nice little open area here. So it is a bit exposed still, you know, but there's lots of yew trees in here as well. Now, I think it's a yew tree. I can't see any berries on it, so that would be the easy way of identifying what it is, would be the berries. Now, that looks like a little hideout, doesn't it? Glass bottle there or something. Let's go this way. For all the spiky hollies, it's worth it, I'm sure. Now there's a fence that way. Can't get down there without trampling through stuff, so let's see if we can get around it. A couple more bits of litter this way. Can't get in that way. Can we go around? There's a bike in a tube here. Yeah, there's definitely signs of people being here. Not for a very long time though. Oh wow. Just found another magnificent oak tree. Size of that. Now there's actually a path here, a trodden path, so let's follow it. Some sort of bag there, something there. Austin Pills camp? Austin Pills is a pretty good lager, to be honest. Yeah, there is a bit of a track going in here, but there's a fence there blocking it off, which I'm assuming that bit leads to the army depot. Bit more litter that we could probably take. I didn't bring a bag because I thought we flipping got it all. So it's annoying that there's more litter around here, but it looks like the pathway just kind of cuts through it. It doesn't go to where I'm set up. It just kind of goes through. Like a little bit of a dog walker's cut through, I suppose. And then brings us out onto the field. It's good to know the lay of the land when you're here, you know, because then you know all the places and stuff. So there's a couple of other places that could work. We will pop back at some point to collect this litter. I think I might be able to take some of it with me. You know, that's where we're set up. Look, you can just about see the blue. There, look. There somewhere. You can just about see the blue top. Now I do need one that's a little bit more stealthy. The ones I was looking at, they're about 40 to 60 pounds. So I'm gonna have to save a bit of dosh to get one, but it will definitely help to not be noticed. Now we're not doing anything particularly illegal. Oh no, I can't go that way. But we are on somebody else's land, so you just need to be mindful. Take everything away with you so that they don't even know that you were there. And then you're on to a winner, I think. If you can get through to a place, leave absolutely no trace that you was even there, I reckon you're on to an absolute winner. Now this brings us back to the entrance that I came in, and I'm actually getting a bit wet now, so I'm going to get back underneath that bloody tarp. My shorts are getting wet. All the drip, 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 drip. How's that water doing? Right to me, yeah. It's got an awesome rolling boil going. Right, let's get some rice in there. That needs to go away from me, doesn't it? We'll sort that out in a minute. What we need to do is get the rice in. Might have done a bit too much rice, to be honest. I'm not going to put it all in because we are limited on what water we have, and we certainly do not want to run out of the water. So I keep going that way when I'm walking, and I'm putting dirt all over the stuff that I've got to use. So I need to start going this way, don't I? Instead, let's make sure that the rice doesn't all stick together. Now, why do people wash rice? I don't know why people wash rice. Couldn't they wash it before they flip and sell it? If you needed to wash it, that is, you know? Right, so that's that a boiling. Can we turn it down a little without it turning off? Because it's not to conserve gas, it's just that I don't like a roaring boil for my rice. I like it to steadily simmer and cook nicely. Now then, it's a shame we can't go live. I really did want to do this one live, but unfortunately YouTube, even though I've got 50 subscribers, over 50 now, the criteria is get 50 subscribers and it unlocks it, but it didn't work like that, unfortunately. Rain's getting a lot heavier now. Yeah, it is getting a lot heavier, which isn't a problem, you know, we're under a tarp. This is exactly why I brought the tarp. I should I mean, I didn't position this very well really. I should have positioned it further that way, more underneath the ridge line here. But you live and learn. You live and learn. So we'll speed this up, let this rice cook, and we shall be back for the next step. I've re-angled the top. It's in a better triangular position now. It was sloped on that side to try and block any wind coming in. I've raised it a little bit higher, but we're going to have to move the stove over. So bear with me 1 second while I do that. The rice is cooked, so we're winning, but I do need to move everything over ever so slightly and possibly down a little bit as well, so that I am not getting wet by the angular rain that's coming in now. It has got heavier, as it said it would, but now I've got to strategically move everything over to the side ever so slightly. So make sure that that's cool enough. We'll move that out of the road. And I'm going to bring my makeshift table with me, but it's bloody heavy, so I've got to shimmy it. Probably easier to just rebuild it, actually. In the grand scheme of things. He says. That needs a stick underneath it. Or does it? I'll do. Oh, I have got the biggest headache going. I do not mind telling you. I'm in two minds whether to just bugger off home with me cooked rice. The thing is dehydration, because literally I came out with just a coffee. Problem being is I'm hungry as well, so I want some food. So I'm in an hour in what to actually do at the moment, which isn't ideal. But you got to know when to make it break, you know. I'm just feeling a bit shit, if I'm honest. But I think I'm gonna plod through. I'm sure I'll be all right. So this time I'm gonna have the ferro rod ready to strike. Quite a lot of sirens going back and forth. Got the gas coming out, and I'm going to light it. There we go. There we are. Should probably have used a lighter for that bit. Probably, maybe. Anyway, now then, here comes the part where we get frying. We're going to be frying. But first, I do need to do a little bit of ingredient prep. Don't need the instructions. I do my own thing. To be honest, I've used these kits before, they're really simple. Anyone can do it, even you. If I can do it, you can do it as well. We can do it. So I always chop the chili up. They say put it in whole. Nah mate, nah. They'll say to move the lime leaves to the side. So let's do that. Can I crush those in the package with a rock? Yeah, I can. I'll find something to crush the peppercorns with. Let's get this chili chopped up. We'll go down the middle. Seeds are popping everywhere. Roughly chopped up into bits. Now they say to just put it in as it is, but I want it to release lots of spice. So we do things a little bit differently around here. So that can go on there, like so. And get the fry pan on, get a bit of oil in there, and we'll see how it goes using gas. It could be interesting. It could be interesting. What we got in there? That's some green beans. They're going to need cooking, but I should have probably boiled them. Thinking about it, because they're frozen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in that hot water, let them thaw out, and then we'll come back to them in a bit. So they're going in the rice water, randomly, and we'll fish them out in a bit. That'll help them thaw out, so that we can cook them. Got plenty of outdoors in the pan. We like a bit of outdoors in the pan. Onion. Get it in. So I'm going to cook the onion, then I'm going to cook the chicken in with the spices and all that kind of stuff, creating the sauce. I just realised I'm going to need the other pan as well, aren't I, to actually make the sauce. Damn it. We're going to cook these anyway, so we'll be back once these are ready. I don't know why, I just took a turn for the worse. I felt ropey the other day, and I thought I'd be alright, but I've just got a pounding headache. I just haven't drank enough this morning, water wise. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so yeah, I'm a bit screwed in that department. The head is pounding, I just don't feel good, but we're going to crack on. It is now cooked. I'm going to drain the rice and we're going to eat, is what we're going to bloody well do, because I am so ready for something to eat. I can't have a drink of water. I mean, that's not even draining very well, to be honest. So we might have soggy rice. Why isn't it draining very well? Ah, it's because I've left it, isn't it? It's gone all soggy and stodgy. Sod it, it is what it is. I'm getting wet. I'm getting wet. Let's get some rice in there. A bit more rice. Let's get some of this in here. In there. We're not farting around. We're just lobbing it in. Get in. As much as I can manage. And just chow down. Scoff this shit. I mean, to say I feel crap, I flipping did it. get the money shot. Let's get that out of the road. It doesn't look as good as it should in a bowl, but such is life. If you don't bring a bowl, you can't do it in a bowl. I did bring a naan bread, but I'm feeling, guys, I'm literally feeling cack. So I'm going home soon. Is that even recording? That one is, yeah. Oh, I'm going to eat this and I'm going to go home and feel sorry for myself. I'm not even opening the beer that I brought with me because that would be stupid. Fresh coriander on the top. Fantastic. So good. I really hope this makes me feel better. I'm not that far away from home, in all honesty. I think I was about 2.4 miles in to the walk before I came off the path to come into here. I'm just glad it's cooked. I did nearly just go home, you know. I'm not going to lie. I will not Barry bullshit you. Head's pounding. But we did it with the gas. And there's loads left. So I'm going to finish this off and we'll be back to get all this packed away. Now, I did notice loads of litter earlier on. I'm not picking it up today. Again, I feel ropey, guys, like not good. So I'll come back again another day. Now that I've explored each way, I know there's litter up that way. Not so much that way, because we've already sort of walked that way before whilst doing it. But we will go back that way. And clear that litter up another day. I genuinely haven't got it in me today. Normally I'm a go-getter, but today I'm not. I mean, I'm here, I did it, and I'll probably feel better for it later on, but it's not the one when you're feeling cack. Anywho, I'm going to stop crying and get on with eating this. Okay, we leave no trace, even though I feel we've left no trace. I'm not doing an outro because I feel Bob. I'm very sorry. I didn't do one for the last one either. I don't think. Can't remember now. But I just need to get home, get some paracetamol, some water, and just chill out. I thought the food might help. It did a little bit, but still. But we did it. So until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you all soon. Hopefully feeling better.